live stream talking some NFL football. We're just about 3 weeks away from the NFL draft, guys. Came up quick on us this year, but man, it's here. We're ready to rock and roll. Not too much news to report on this past week, right? And the NFL is so ridiculous that they're going to ban the tush push. Source, tush push ban has support in committee. The NFL is so ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. The fact that they're even contemplating banning a play because one team is really good at doing it is absolutely ridiculous. And the NFL should be ashamed of themselves. So, is Aaron Rodgers going to go to the Steelers? I'm not really sure. And the more research I've been doing, guys, the more I could see Shedeur Sanders possibly falling all the way down to the Pittsburgh Steelers. There is definitely a possibility for that. We'll have to see what's going on with the Cowboys. Is Micah Parsons going to get extended, right? The Cowboys have a lot of money tied up in Dak Prescott. When you look at this overall roster for the Dallas Cowboys, it's not looking super promising, man, at all whatsoever. Definitely not looking great for the Dallas Cowboys as we get closer and closer to the NFL draft. I mean, they got Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. Yeah, I mean, if I'm James, welcome to the chat, buddy. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm seriously considering trading Micah Parsons. Because if you look at this roster, there's not a lot of talent at all. Right now, if the season started today, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Tolbert, and Kevontae Turpin would be penciled in to be the starters at wide receiver. And Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders would be starting at the running back position. Jake Ferguson has not played well. His contract's up at the end of this year. Tyler Guyton was horrible last year. If you followed my draft content, you knew how I didn't think Guyton was ready to play at the NFL level, and he clearly was not ready to play. Terrence Steele is okay, the right tackle for them out of Texas Tech, fifth-year guy. I mean, how are they going to score points? How did the Dallas Cowboys score points this year? I just don't know. Their number 2 quarterback's Will Grier. They're bringing in a new defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, coming over from the Bears, right? Things didn't work out great for him in Chicago. Brian Schottenheimer's the new head coach. What does he bring to the table that we haven't seen before, guys? Guys, welcome to the Jay All Day NFL show. Thank you so much for tuning in to the live stream. I'm here today to answer any and all of your questions about the NFL draft, free agency, and outlook for your favorite NFL team. So make sure you ask me some questions in the comments down below about your favorite team, and make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. We're closing in on 15,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. We're at 14,822 subscribers, right? So we're getting closer and closer to 15,000, man. We're getting there. We are getting there. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Yeah, Teflon Don. I agree with that sentiment 100%. I just don't see how the Cowboys are a competitive football team, I'm going over the roster similar to the way I did last year. I was like, this is not a great football team. And they're worse. They're worse, in my opinion, than they were last year. So I don't know where they go. In the draft, it's really going to depend on how the board falls to them. They got a new defensive coordinator. They're in this 4-3 scheme now. I think Micah Parsons best fits a 3-4 scheme where he's kind of an outside linebacker, that can rush the passer. I don't know how it's going to work out. But if you look at what the Commanders are doing, bringing in Laramie Tunsil, bringing in Deebo Samuel, I think they're going to draft one of these running backs early with one of their picks. I think the Commanders are going to be a solid football team for many years to come. They're very well coached with Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator, and Dan Quinn at the helm. I just don't see a path towards being competitive for the Dallas Cowboys right now. Eagles are going 2-15 next season, Nighthawk Masters. Please elaborate on how you came to that conclusion. Do I think the Raiders pass on Sanders? Probably. Probably. Is Shedeur Sanders worthy of a top 10 pick? Probably not, you know. And Geno Smith, he's not a spring chicken by any stretch of the imagination, right? But you got to think he's going to be there for at least 2 seasons, right? He's 34. You know, he could probably play another 3 years, you know. So they're not completely as desperate for a quarterback as the Raiders have been in the past. You know, if they bring in Shedeur Sanders, is he going to sit behind Geno Smith for 2 years? I don't know. Nowadays, a lot of general managers, guys, are leaning towards having the rookie quarterback play right away. Because when you draft them in the first round, they get 5 years of team control. If you waste 2 of those years sitting behind someone, fundamentally and mathematically, it doesn't make sense. Look at what's happening with the Packers right now. They paid Jordan Love all that money, and he's not really shown that he's ready to play. So, I don't know if it's the best football decision to bring in a guy like Shedeur Sanders to have him sit behind Geno Smith for a couple of years. Yeah, Foles is also a Super Bowl champion, Roll Tide Ben. Super Bowl champion, Nick Foles, right? That's what you got to say. Super Bowl champion. So, Jalen Hurts was born. He went through all of high school. He went to college. He got drafted in the NFL and won a Super Bowl before the Cowboys made an NFC championship game. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I don't know about all that, Roll Tide Ben. That's lofty. I do like Michael Penix Jr., right? I do like him, but the Falcons suck, man. So, like, I don't know, man. It's tough sledding, you know. They don't got a ton of weapons on offense. Olave, I like. I like Kyle Pitts, but he's probably going to get traded. Bijan Robinson's been okay. I don't know. The Atlanta Falcons defense is so bad. Yeah, I do like Michael Penix Jr. for sure. What's up, Jarrell Ross? Yeah, I agree. I think a running back, tight end, wide receiver, safety. Well, they just brought in Hufanga from the 49ers. It's not a huge need at the moment for me for the Broncos. The Hawks are better than who? JT Tuamaloa. I just think there's better people when they're drafting, right? So for the Eagles at 32, drafting JT Tuamaloa would be a reach, in my opinion, right? So, and then I don't think the Eagles are going to wait till 64 to draft an edge. They could. I'm not really sure how he fits. When I look at the big board and I look at edge defenders and outside linebackers, you know, I don't know how much of a fit, you know. If we're looking at, I'm going to look at all the guys. JT Tuamaloa, 6'5", 269. You know, if you look at his draft profile, you know, to be an outside linebacker in Fangio's scheme, you need to run like pretty fast speed. You know what I mean? It's just like, did he even run at the combine? I don't see any 40 times on JT at all. You know, 6'4", 265. I'm not sure how good of a fit he is. 44.62 is not bad. And then yeah, at his pro day, he ran a 4.59. That's pretty good speed. You know, at 32, it's a reach. Will he be there at 64? I'm not sure. You know, broad jump is a pretty good. Vert's pretty good. Bench press 21 reps, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, he's being mocked to the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Bears. So, I'm not sure how well he works in that 3-4 scheme. We'll have to see. Let me go through some of these comments, guys. Bijan is a top 5 running back. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Michael Penix is the next Mike Vick. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think the Falcons got to go edge defender early. Yeah, Broncos. I love the Jarrell. I love the Broncos this year. I'm picking the Broncos to win the AFC West this year, guys. I'm gonna do some more tape study on JT though. JT Tuimoloau. I'm gonna do some more tape study on him, and Eagles fans, I'll get back to you on that. What's up, Jeffrey? Welcome to the chat. Guys, welcome to the Jay All Day NFL show. I'm your host, Jay, former Bleacher Report writer turned YouTuber. Guys, we're closing in on 15,000 subscribers. We're at 14,823. So if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. Help me get there, man. I tried to get to 15K by the end of March, but we came up a little bit short with only 2 days left in the month. Yeah, Mike Green would be a great pick. James Pierce Jr. But, yeah, I think Mike Green could be a great addition to the Falcons, who really, really struggled to get to the quarterback last year. Even so the Falcons have had a great unit offensively for years, but they've never been able to produce as a unit, man. They just haven't. You know, it was a very disappointing year for the Falcons, straight up. If you look at the team and you look at the production from everyone, it's a very disappointing year. You know, that's all we can, that's the way it went. If you look at them on paper, they always look good on paper. But I haven't seen the team come together as a unit so far. I just haven't. So until they prove me wrong, I don't know. You could have Kyle Pitts was supposed to be the next best thing since sliced bread, but they weren't able to figure out how to use him. I just don't get it. Yeah, they got to work better as a unit offensively too. I love them on paper. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Drake London, Mooney, Kyle Pitts. The offensive line's pretty decent as well. But for whatever reason, on Sundays, they can't put it together. I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Pitts got traded during the draft. A team like the Eagles could probably get something out of Kyle Pitts. What was he drafted, like 4th overall? Yeah, 4th overall by Atlanta. That's why you don't take a tight end 4th overall. He's been awful. You know what I mean? He hasn't lived up to those expectations at all. He had a great rookie year, 1,000 yards. Only 1 touchdown, though? Like, how? They're just misusing him so badly. It's so weird. Yeah, I think Jackson Dart could potentially sneak into the first round. Maybe a team like the Jets or the Browns trade up. I'm expecting teams that are in the second round early, like the Giants, the Browns, the Jets, to draft up into late in the first round with one of those last 5 or 6 picks so they can get a rookie quarterback on a great contract. That 5-year first round contract is huge for quarterbacks, guys. Huge. And teams like the Eagles and the Lions and the Bills could exploit that, right? The Bills traded it last year, later, letting the Chiefs come up and draft Xavier Worthy to acquire more picks. It happens all the time. So if they pass early on Shedeur Sanders, I could see them moving up. And then maybe a team like the Steelers is in play for Shedeur Sanders or Jackson Dart at 21. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, Gentry's not going to make it to 20 to the Broncos, man. There's no way. Yeah, I think Bijan Robinson's a top 10 running back 100%. Top 5, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't think so, Millimeter. I don't think so. Yeah, James Pierce has some off the field issues for sure. They're like the reports I'm reading are like maturity issues, you know. Harold Fandon Jr. in the first 2 rounds would be a huge reach, Rex. I would rather have Colston Loveland or Ferguson from what the hell is it called? From Oregon. He's really good too. Yeah, Kirk Cousins, was definitely still hurt for sure. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what Michael Penix Jr. looks like with a full off season being the guy. I mean, he could sling it all over the field. I like him. The defense guys has to be better, obviously, right? And I don't know what they're going to do with Kyle Pitts, right? So, yeah, Kirk Cousins, man, his agent is the best in the business. Just getting Kirk Cousins paid. No, James, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs because the Chargers and Broncos are also very, very talented, man. I like what the Raiders are doing. I like the trajectory that they're on. And I would love for the Raiders to bring in Genty, man. Genty, Brock Bowers, draft a wide receiver like Jaden Higgins in the 2nd round. That offense is humming, dude. So I like what the Raiders are doing. But the Broncos look like a legitimate playoff team. A legit playoff team for sure. I love what the Broncos are doing. I think they win the division. You heard it first here, guys, on the J All Day NFL show. The Broncos are going to win the AFC West. You heard it here, guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. We're up to 14,824. We just added another subscriber. Thank you guys so much. I would love to get another 20 or so on this live stream, get up to like 14,850. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for me, guys. Yeah, the NFC South sucks, right? So it's anybody's game. That division is wide open. Wide open. Even the Panthers played a lot better towards the end of the year last year. Something clicked with their head coach and Bryce Young. So I'm excited for Bryce Young this year, man. I'm excited for them. I'm really excited for them. Dave Canales seemed to get on the same page as Bryce Young and towards the second half of the year. It sucks that the running back situation, with the Panthers, what's his name, got hurt again. He tore his ACL again. What the hell's that running back's name? From Texas, tore his ACL again. Yeah, Justin Fields is on a shot clock for sure. Bears look good too, man. Michael Ship, welcome to the chat, buddy. Bears look great. Daniel Barry Sports, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I don't know how wide open it is. I think the Broncos are the team to beat in the AFC West. But you can never count the Chiefs out, man. They're so well coached, right? So, and if anybody can figure it out, it's Patrick Mahomes. You put your house on the Bears winning it all, bro. I think your house is going to get foreclosed on, brother. I love Colston Loveland, Jarrell. I love him. I think he's the best tight end in this class. He is dealing with a shoulder injury that might have him fall to 20, but a lot of draft pundits really love Colston Loveland, man. So, I don't know. He could go like to the Saints early, somewhere like that, or the Colts. The Saints and the Colts are both in play for a tight end, in my opinion. I think the Cowboys are too. And so are the Jaguars. Don't count out the Jaguars drafting a tight end. Because Trevor Lawrence loves to throw to tight ends. They released Evan Ingram. He signed with the Broncos, right? So Liam Cohen's the new head coach. They need to get Trevor Lawrence some weapons, man. Bringing in Tyler Warren with Brian Thomas Jr., woo, baby, that looks like a fun offense. I don't know if they do that at 5. Mason Graham seems to be the pick for the Jaguars, but we'll have to see what happens, guys. I like Tyler Warren, man. He's a football guy, very physical. You know, I think he'll be a decent tight end for sure. Yeah, Brock Bowers, he might be the best tight end in football, man. If you watch my draft content last year, he was my favorite player in the entire draft. After watching the film, I was like, this is the best guy in the draft. And he was incredible with trash quarterback play. When he gets a good quarterback, dude, Brock Bowers, the sky's the freaking limit for Brock Bowers, guys. Yeah, I mean, I don't roll tide, Ben. Do you know what the over/under is for the Panthers wins? If it's at 5, I would go with the over for sure. Thanks, Millimeter. Foles, you know it. Redneck Ghost, one of my faves. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, the Panthers, I think, you know, if stuff falls their way a little bit, they can stay healthy. You know, they'll be all right. Derek Brown getting hurt early in the year really sucked the life out of that Panthers defense, and they were awful. They could never recover from that, you know. So he should be back healthy. So, oh my God, Penix is what? Justin Fields sucks, guys. I'm sorry if you're a Jets fan or you're a Justin Fields fan. You can't watch that tape and tell me he's a legit NFL quarterback. He's an athletic guy. He's okay. He's nothing more than a backup, in my opinion, in the NFL. That's my thoughts on Justin Fields. I've been very critical of him over the years. So, guys, we're up to 14,824 subscribers. Do me a huge favor. If you want some killer NFL content this season, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We went on a killer run the last 9 weeks of the year. 110 wins, only 39 losses. And if you sign up for my memberships, you get all my bets each and every week. This year, we finished up 85% on our unit bets. So if you put 10 grand in your account and followed all my bets, you'd be up $8,500 at the end of the season. We absolutely crushed it. I give out bets every single week. I made one deposit in week 1, and I play with that money throughout the entire NFL season, giving you bets every single week, and we finished the year up 85%. We absolutely crushed it this year, guys. Do the Pats have a top 5 defense? No. No, they don't have a top 5 defense. Solid, maybe, you know. Top 5. I don't know, man. That seems a little bit of a stretch to me. Yeah, the Texans, I don't know what the hell the Texans are doing. Trading Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders, crazy. From what I'm hearing, he was really bad in the locker room, not a great leader. You know, didn't really take responsibility for the unit and his poor play. So they shipped him out of town. What are the odds on that? They're probably crazy odds. Yeah, on paper, I don't give a shit what paper says. Because, like, when there's a lot of moving parts on a defense, you got to learn how to play together, man. And that could take some time. You know, it's not a plug-and-play thing. You know what I mean? It's a tough thing to play defense together as a unit. That takes time. Honestly, Pizza Guy 4, so the more I'm I'm going through it in my head, depending on how the board falls, I'm drafting Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, whoever falls to me, and then I'm seeing how the board falls. And if Shedeur Sanders falls past the Jets at 7. He could slide to the Steelers at 21, right? Then you could potentially trade up into the 20s and still get your guy. You know what I mean? Or you wait to the second round and draft Jackson Dart. But I just think the quarterback class next year is so much better. You sign Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. So I don't think you need to draft a quarterback at number 3. I don't think you need to do it. And I think the team will be better long-term if you passed on Shedeur Sanders. But, you know, we'll see. Yeah, Brock Bowers is incredible, man. He's got great yards after catch as well. He can run good routes, good blocker, willing blocker. I mean, he's a prototypical tight end. Thanks, guys. We just added 3 new subscribers. Thank you so much. Ryan, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat, pal. Welcome back. What's up, Nolan? Welcome to the chat, buddy. I hope it's not banned. If the NFL is going to start banning plays that teams do really well, like, that just sets a horrible precedent for the league. And look at what the Bills did. They tried pushing their way to a playoff victory, and it didn't work because the Eagles are really good at it. Now you're going to ban it? I just think that's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's crazy that we're even talking about banning a play. There's a better chance of me turning into Jesus than the Eagles going 2-15 and the Jets winning the Super Bowl. There's a better chance of that happening. I think the NIL is not necessarily great for the sport because a lot of these guys are getting paid a shitload of money before they even get to the pros. I don't think it's great for the NFL product. I do think college football players should be paid, but it's becoming like a free-for-all. So, you know what I mean? It's who's getting the highest bidder. I don't know. I don't love it personally. Gabriel, who should the Pats take at 4? If I'm the Patriots, I hope Abdul Carter falls to me at 4. Abdul Carter and Milton Williams lined up next to each other would be insane. But it all depends how the board falls. If I'm the Patriots, you got to hope 2 quarterbacks go. And then you either get Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. That's what you're hoping, right? If only 1 quarterback goes, I don't know what the hell you do. Maybe you take Tet McMillan. Yeah, the Eagles got to go best player available. You know what I mean? They have some guys to replace the guys they lost, so they should go best player available. Yeah, the Rams need some cornerback help, but I like the Rams. You know, they got rid of Cooper Kupp. He's in Seattle now. But I do like myself some Rams. They got a great young defensive line, nice front 7. What's his name? Alaric Jackson's back, the left tackle. That's huge. You know, I wouldn't mind them drafting another wide receiver. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, add like an Emeka Egbuka or a Matthew Golden, one of these slot guys. That could be interesting. What's up, Football Productions 456? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Redneck Ghost, I tend to agree with you. That's why I think the Browns and the Giants pass on Shedeur Sanders. He's kind of got this laissez-faire, like, my shit doesn't stink kind of attitude, which I'm not particularly fond of. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think he could fall. But the Giants are desperate, and they might do something desperate. Yeah, the nose wipe celebrations, not necessarily great with kids watching, man. It's a little gross for kids. You know what I mean? The NFL's got a really young fan base, so probably that kind of like sniffing your fingers and, you know, probably not the best life choice. I would never wish that they banned it. That's stupid. And there was no injuries on that play this year, so I don't think he's going to break his neck. Yeah, Javonte Williams is old, Jarrell. He's cooked, man. Cowboys love bringing in old cooked bums. Retro Prods, you are dreaming, bro. Justin Fields will never, ever even sniff a Super Bowl. Never, ever, ever. What's up, Nate? Go Bills! Love myself some Josh Allen, dude. Jamie, I don't know, man. I think the Bird Gang's got a chance of running it back. Who's going to beat the Eagles in the NFC? Is it going to be the Lions? They got a new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, now the head coach over at the freaking Bears. Whoa, I just had a brain fart. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the J All Day NFL show. We just added another subscriber up to 14,827. Thank you guys so much for trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. Appreciate you guys tuning into the program. They're probably going to give him the contract, Football Productions 456. They're probably going to pay him an exuberant amount of money and then probably regret doing it. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm trading Micah Parsons for a slew of draft picks. Because if you look at this Cowboys roster and you're honest with yourself, they're not close to competing at all. They're not close at all. They're really, really not. They don't have a chance to compete, I'm saying 3-4 years. And then by then, what, are you going to have to pay Dak Prescott again? Like, I think you blow it up. You got one good wide receiver, no running back game, a tight end whose contract's expiring, a bunch of young, inexperienced, not really talented offensive linemen. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm blowing it up. Yeah, Bills-Packers, Robert. That would be a fun Super Bowl, man. Take my money. Take my money. The NFL Super Bowl is in Cali this year. Go Cali. So I might be heading up to up north to San Francisco to watch the Super Bowl. Yeah, the Rams kind of did Cooper Kupp dirty, guys. Welcome to the NFL show here, guys. I'm Jay All Day NFL show here. Former Bleacher Report feature columnist. Now I'm here chopping it up with you guys. Talking some NFL here on YouTube. We're closing in on 15,000 subscribers. So if you want some killer NFL content, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys. We just added 3 more subscribers. 14,830. You guys are the best. Oh, Vinny07. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Your grandma will be in my thoughts, man. I hope she recovers. How old is she? Yeah, I like the Packers. Packers got a nice young core. You know, I'm not 100% sold on Jordan Love. I know Packers fans hate when I say it. He needs to play better. He needs to play better. Straight up. Christina Amaral, welcome to the chat. You beautiful, beautiful woman, you. Go Birds. Yeah, I mean, Geno Smith and Pete Carroll have worked together before, so they're going to be on the same page. You know, I would like to see them add a top-line running back, add another wide receiver to this offense, and get some depth at the offensive line. Yeah, and Jordan Love hasn't done anything. What has Jordan Love accomplished at the NFL level? I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm just being a football guy who watches him play, and I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. He doesn't do anything where I'm like, this guy makes the team a lot better. I'm just being honest, man. If you look at him, you know, take your blinders off, and you actually look at the player, I don't know. You see him going through the playoffs and dominating and going on a Super Bowl run? I don't know, man. I don't see it. I think Josh Jacobs carried a lot of the load this year, for sure. I do like Tucker Kraft and him had a really good relationship this year. I think that's something they really need to work on moving forward. But Jordan Love's been, you know, he regressed. His PFF grade dropped 8 points from 2023, you know? I'm just saying. We need to see more from him. We need to see more. Straight up. What's up, David? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Go Birds! Go Birds! Look at that. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles! Oh, thanks, Jacob. Thanks for the birthday wishes, buddy. Appreciate you, pal. Yeah, me and my wife went down to Orange County, had a great little weekend together. Yeah, definitely did him dirty. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through some of these comments. I appreciate your guys' patience. Bro, we have you, BTA. I don't know what that means, bro. Yeah, B. I mean, I tend to agree with that. My over-under for the Giants is 6 wins. And going with the under, probably makes sense. But, yo, I'm looking at the Giants. I don't know. Do you think they pass on a quarterback altogether? Or do they draft a guy, later in the draft? I don't know. We'll see, man. Does LeBron win a ring this year? Rams fan 101. The NBA is in a really weird spot right now. So, I mean, if you look at the way it's playing out right now, the Lakers are set up to potentially go on a run. You know what I mean? Oklahoma City is the team to beat in the West, right? So they're going to have to beat 2 teams that are really good to get to Oklahoma City, right? I don't know. All the Rockets, Nuggets, Lakers, Grizzlies, Warriors, Timberwolves, they're all within a couple games of each other, man. So it's going to be a battle getting out of the West. And then in the East, you got the Cavs and the Celtics and a bunch of mediocre teams. I don't know. It's a really top-heavy NBA year this year. There's so many teams that are so bad. The NBA's been hard to watch this year, man. Yeah, if I'm the Steelers, I'm telling Aaron Rodgers to go kick stones. I'm not bringing him in. He's going to do what he did with the Jets and get everybody fired. Yeah, Jordan Love gets hurt a lot, and he just doesn't make the best decisions, I don't think. I don't know. The run game was very successful and made him look really good this year because Josh Jacobs was great. 63% of his passes, 11 interceptions. I don't know, man. Back-to-back years with 11 interceptions, but he threw 7 less touchdowns in 2024, right? He did do a lot better job not getting sacked as much. He got sacked 30 times in 2023, only 14 times. So the offensive line did a really good job, but he also threw for 800 less yards. So you could see what Josh Jacobs did for that offense, right? Josh Jacobs was really, really good, 10th in touchdowns, 19th in yards. QBR, not bad, 5th. I want to see a big leap forward from him this year. They paid him a lot of money. A lot of money. So, I think the Packers need to get him an X wide receiver, right? For sure. Yeah, I don't know if Jordan Love's a bust, but I want to see him play better. I mean, the Packers have been unbelievable at drafting quarterbacks. Unbelievable. But how many Super Bowl rings do the Packers have in the last 30 years? With all that great quarterback play. One? It looks like one in 2011. And the one before that was 1997. So, in the last, going on 30 years, they got one ring. One ring with that kind of quarterback play, just shows you they can't run an organization at all whatsoever. Oh, thanks, Football Productions 456. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan, but I just try to call it like I see it, guys. I don't pull any punches. I just call it like I see it. If the Eagles are playing like crap, I'm gonna tell you. And that's why you got to subscribe to the channel, guys. We're up to 14,830 subscribers. I'd really appreciate you guys. If you want some killer NFL content, to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Cincinnati needs defense, man. Defense, 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 defense. They need to go trenches. I want to see the Bengals go offensive line and defensive line. Protect Joe Burrow and get after the quarterback. What's up, Bass and Hunting? They need defensive line help, and they need safety help, right? If you look at the Bengals offensively and defensively, you just take a look at this roster in totality. What do I want out of the Bengals? I need to protect the freaking quarterback. And I need to get after the quarterback, right? The offensive line is pretty mid, right? I want offensive line help. Hopefully, Amarius Mims takes a leap forward this year, their number 1 pick from last year. Orlando Brown, he's been regressing for like 5 straight years. He's a horrific run blocker. I'm not a fan. So for me, if the Raiders don't pick him, the Cowboys pick him. And I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers took him or the Saints. I mean, he's so freaking good. He had like 156 missed tackles forced this year. It's crazy. He's a freaking nature, man. Yeah, Rams fans 101, 100%. Their defense is horrible. And their safety play sucks. They don't have a safety on the roster that had higher than a 53 grade last year. They need a lot. Their defense is really, really, really ass. I think the Patriots take a giant leap forward. I really, really do. Yeah, I mean, I think the Rams are just well coached, man. And when you have a guy like Sean McVay, they drafted really, really well last year, man. If you look at the Rams draft from 2024, very, very impressive, man. Very impressive. Jared Verse, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. And then you got Brandon Fisk, his teammate, in the next pick. Blake Corum was pretty damn good for them from Michigan. You know, they did pretty damn well, man. Bo Limmer, late round pick. I mean, the Rams knocked it out of the freaking park last year, man. You're never going to hit on all your draft picks. That's not really how it works. But I think they do a damn good job drafting. And that's how you got to be. That's how you negate big contracts, is by drafting really well, right? So I need the Rams to get some deep depth at the offensive line position, cornerback. You know, that's where they need to go. Coconut Guy, fly Eagles fly, go Birds, go Birds. Yeah, Jake, I'm pushing 40, buddy. I'm pushing 40. Yeah, I mean, I think the quarterback class will be better next year, Rams fan. You get a better quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round next year. I don't think the Eagles are in trouble. So a lot of the guys they let go. Milton Williams, Ojomo was playing great. He's going to take over that spot unless they draft someone better. And Jalix Hunt, the 3rd round pick from last year. He's going to plug and play for Josh Sweat, right? They do need a safety. Maybe Nick Emanwari or the kid from Notre Dame looks pretty damn good too. And Winston from Penn State, he looks pretty good. And they brought in for an interview the safety from Alabama, Malachi Moore. Keep an eye on him. Yeah, I agree with you, Retro Prods. Drafting a quarterback this year is not a bad idea. But I would wait to the 5th round or something like that. That's what I would do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the coaching. It's ownership, man. Ownership doesn't like to spend money for the Packers. They don't. They never like to spend money. They never spend money. They spend money on quarterbacks, and that's it. Yeah, Trevor, I mean, the sky's the limit for the Bears. They revamped the offensive line. It might take a couple years, but they got Rome Odunze and DJ Moore. Can Caleb Williams be better? Yeah, he's got to unlock the Caleb Williams curse, man. He's got to unlock Caleb Williams. What did he get sacked? 58 fucking times this year or something? He's got to get rid of the goddamn ball. I mean, it's just so frustrating when you're watching your quarterback just hold on to the ball and get sacked over and over again. But that could be a play calling thing. Scheme up plays to get guys open fast and get rid of the ball. Oh, thanks, Retro Prods. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, this Ole Miss Patriot. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I definitely think he's in play. And honestly, if Shedeur Sanders fell to the Patriots, the Steelers, excuse me, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, Dominic, take a breath, man. Take a breath. What did I do to make you sick? What do you mean? Jalen Hurts is like 25 years old, dude. What are you talking about? Oh, thanks, Rams Fan 101. I appreciate you, buddy. Jalen Hurts is younger than Jordan Love. Thanks, guys. We just added 2 more subscribers. We're up to 14,832. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Redneck Ghost, I agree. I mean, if they had a mediocre defense, they would be in contention every year. If they just played mediocre football. But their D-line sucks besides Trey Hendrickson. And their secondary is ass. So, I mean, it's a terrible recipe to win football games. How many Super Bowls has Jordan Love been to? Jalen Hurts has been to 2. And if the defense didn't collapse, he would have 2 rings already. So, you could call it whatever you want. But Jalen Hurts wins football games, whether you like it or not. Yeah, Stafford's definitely getting old for sure. Jalen, my dude, welcome to the chat, buddy. What's going on? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, Stafford's a future Hall of Famer, guys, any way you slice it. How are they going to make a huge leap? How? They don't have a quarterback. The offense is pretty mediocre. Offensive line, not good. The defensive secondary is ass. They got a long way to go, the Giants, man. Metal Chef, how? Explain to me. The Cowboys and Giants have no chance of winning the division. 0. Literally 0. And the Commanders played far above their head if you look at the roster construction, right? That secondary and the D-line is not very good for the Commanders at all whatsoever. The Commanders don't match up well against the Philadelphia Eagles. They don't have a great offensive line, and they don't rush the passer particularly well. So, in my opinion, I'm not even saying that as an Eagles fan. I'm just saying it just as a football fan. I don't see it. The Eagles are still the best team in the NFC. Them and the Lions. Roster-wise. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate you, buddy. Guys, welcome to the J All Day NFL Show. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jay, host of the J All Day NFL Show. Former Bleacher Report feature columnist turned YouTuber. Closing in on 15,000 subscribers. We went on a killer run last year, guys. 110-39 the last 9 weeks. You got to hit that like button and subscribe. He doesn't really have a lot of options, Jalen. It's like the Steelers or the Browns. I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers just hangs it up. Or he waits for a team to have a big injury. Sorry, guys, I had some dog hair in my nose. But that actually makes the most sense. If he's patient, maybe there's an injury early in the season and he could jump on board. That makes the most sense. What's up, Josh? Go Birds! Go Birds! Let's go! Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Josh. I put out tons of Eagles content all the time. I'm telling you, man, we crushed it this year. 110-39 on our picks the last 9 weeks of the year. We killed it. Yeah, Redneck Ghost, I don't disagree with that at all. I wouldn't bring him in the... If I'm the Steelers, so what? I'm going to bring this guy in, and he's going to get... He got the GM and the head coach fired for the Jets last year. Yeah, the Sixers, man. Oh, God. Phillies look pretty good so far, though, Josh. 2 pretty good games. They didn't play so good today. Didn't really hit the ball too well. But, man, the Sixers, I can't even talk about the Sixers because they're so ass. Yeah, Minnesota could make some sense, but I've been hearing like conflicting reports on Minnesota that they're going to roll with J.J. McCarthy, and then they want to bring in a veteran, but Aaron Rodgers isn't going to come in to get the Kirk Cousins treatment where you play half the year and you're looking shaky and then you get benched. Like, that would be embarrassing for him. So, I don't know. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I don't have a lot more to prove, so I don't know. I'm probably walking away. I'm from Philly originally. I grew up in Bucks County, like right outside the city. My grandparents and my family, all live in the Northeast. I live in LA now. I went to Westchester for my undergrad. So I've been out here in LA since 2009. But yeah, I've been in LA for a minute. Yeah, unless JJ's... I agree with you, Redneck Ghost. Unless that injury is not 100% healed. Go Birds! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Let's go! They need a quarterback. Jesus. They need a quarterback. They're not improving at all if they don't get a quarterback. Straight up. They got to get a quarterback, guys. We're up to 14,834 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Jay All Day Sports Show. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, Steelers aren't going to be better unless they get a quarterback, man. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up, man. Dude, we crushed it this year. Jesus, tell them. Tell them how much we crushed it, bro. Tell them how much we crushed it. Yeah, so this year we're going to do my bets again every Friday. So, yeah, make sure you join my memberships for that. I'm going to completely lock the memberships this year, right? The Commanders are good. They're well coached. Bringing in Laramie Tunsil is a huge move. It's really going to solidify that offensive line for sure. But reports are saying that he was a bit of a dick in Houston, so that's why they shipped him off. So that could go either way. You know what I mean? So, but they're well coached. I like Dan Quinn. I like Cliff Kingsbury as well. So, you know, they have some holes on the roster, though. The defense is still not very good. D-line and secondary need to get upgraded for sure if they want to compete long-term, right? But I'm not worried about the Giants or the Cowboys at all, so my focus is definitely on the Commanders for sure. But yeah, Jesus, I'm glad I won you some bets, bro. Let's go! But yeah, this season, the picks videos will be out in full force, man. Oh, thanks, buddy. Jesus, I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for the $4.99 donation. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, Redneck goes, that seems to be the reports that a lot of people did not like him. Not no accountability, you know what I mean? Like, and that's a huge thing. You want your left tackle of your franchise to be a pillar of consistency on the field and in the locker room, right? You're paying him all this money. I do follow baseball, basketball, not so much. Maybe when the playoffs start, I'll do some live streams, watching the games, breaking down what I'm seeing. But the NBA's been hard to watch, man. Not a lot of I don't know. It's not been my favorite the last couple of years. You know, only a few real good teams, and everyone else is kind of just meandering. What, in the NFL? A team under the radar. I'm going the Broncos, man. I think the Broncos could win the division. I think they can win the AFC West. You know, I just think they did a lot of good things in free agency. I expect them to get a top-tier running back in the first or second round. And Bo Nix take another step forward, man. I like the Broncos, man. I think the Patriots could take a step forward, but I don't know if they're going to be playoff ready quite yet. Yeah, I'm not a Broncos fan at all. I'm a fan of football, right? I'm a fan of every team. So I'm just looking at the rosters and trying to think of like who could come out of nowhere and surprise some people. If the Colts could figure out their freaking quarterback situation, probably them too, but they won't figure out the quarterback situation because Anthony Richardson's not the guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. But, like, honestly, Josh, like, I like when the Cowboys are good because it makes the Eagles games more exciting. You know what I mean? Jerry Jones is just such a dipshit and has no idea what he's doing. If you gave me that Cowboys job, give me 5 years, and they'd be a top 5 team in the NFC. Give me 4 or 5 years. I would turn that franchise completely around. Yeah, the Broncos, I'm telling you, man, the Broncos look really, really good. The 49ers are going to be crap. I mean, I do like what the Cardinals are doing, bringing in Josh Sweat, kind of revamping that defense. They got a young core of offensive talent with James Conner and Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, they're really, really, really good. So, if they could fix that defense a little bit, they could be better. Trey McBride is one of the best young tight ends in the game. Super talented guy. Guys, welcome to the J All Day NFL show. Here bringing you a ton of NFL content. Appreciate you guys tuning in and subscribing to the channel. You guys are the absolute freaking best, man. Appreciate you guys. Aaron F. Graves, what is going on? Welcome to the chat. Pablo, what is going on? I did not buy you a drink, but I support your lifestyle, man. Whatever you want to do, you do. Pablo in the house, my dude. Bro, Larney Tunsil, what's happening, bro? What's going on in Houston? Pablo, I've been thinking about you with all these Texans moves. I'm just like, oh, my boy Pablo is probably crying himself to sleep, man. You're going to see a lot of improvement from the Patriots this year. I'm not saying they're going to like win the Super Bowl. I never said that. But they're going to be a lot better of a football team this year. You got a rookie quarterback in year 2. They brought in a lot of free agencies, man. A lot of guys in free agency. They got a lot of prime-time draft picks, man. They're going to be better. They brought in a new head coach. What do you mean? They traded Laremy Tunsil to the Commanders, dude. What do you mean? Laremy Tunsil going to the Commanders, man. What a move. Woo. Pablo, man, you've been sleeping under a rock, bro? You've been hibernating this winter? Woo. It was a trenches game, man. The Eagles, I made a video, Josh. Check it out on my channel. I did 5 reasons why the Eagles are going to blow out the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And I got them all right except Saquon Barkley having a big game. They just couldn't compete in the trenches at all. The Eagles' D-line manhandled their offensive line from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. And defensively, they chose to have... I was looking at the tape, and they had 9 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. And they got torched by Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts won the Eagles the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit what anyone says. They came up to stop the run, and they got torched by Jalen Hurts, straight up. Jalen Hurts balled out in the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He's the reason why, if Saquon Barkley doesn't have, if Jalen Hurts doesn't have a good game, and they shut down Saquon Barkley the way they did, the Eagles lose the Super Bowl. But Jalen Hurts balled out, straight up. Balled out. People can hate on Jalen Hurts all they want. I've definitely been a contractor of him sometimes too. But when the lights are the brightest, Jalen Hurts just balls out, straight up. Yeah, big-time money. They paid him big-time money. But you need a veteran wide receiver. Because by the time they compete, he's going to teach a lot of these younger wide receivers lessons, right? So it's more of an investment in the team than he's going to have 1,200 yards or something, right? Yeah, Pickett's trash. But all right, guys, I did my hour of the live stream. Go Birds, Tracy, go Birds! So I appreciate you guys tuning in to this live stream. We did 1 hour. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. But I did my hour. I'm tired. It's been a long weekend, and I got to ball out. I'm out. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to go walk Penny Lane. Boo, Cowboys. Oh, thanks, Josh. I appreciate you. Chiefs, boo. But thank you guys for chopping it up. I love talking ball with you guys. I appreciate you guys. Cowboys fans, Chiefs fans, I appreciate all you guys. I hope you have a killer week this week. Go make some money. We'll catch up next Sunday. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.